All my subscribers, JC1894 here, a new video for you guys today. This is part 2 on what you guys need to do to replace or rebuild the top end on your Yamaha Warrior 350. But here's the first thing you guys need to see that I told you guys about is your two front plastic mounting bolts that are on each side. There's a 10mm bolt underneath your corral, and that's right where that plastic curves down the front. So that's this bolt here. Then you have another one farther up, and that's this one right here. So you have two on each side right across from each other. Now also, when you're reconnecting your headlights, you want one set of wires going to each headlight, and you want to make sure that you do not mix them up in between the two headlights, because they won't work right if you don't get them rigged up the right way. But each set of wires should go to one headlight. So the next thing is you can start by putting all of your bolts back into the frame where they come out at. That's just so you won't lose them. Alright, after you've done that, you can go by taking a 5mm Allen wrench and taking this cover here off, and that looks like this. This is your cam cover, and there's an O-ring, so do not lose that. And inspect it, see if it's cracked or pinched or split or something. If it's not split, it should be fine. So after you've done that, you can come down here and remove this cover, and it will look like this. And those are 5mm also, but you have 4 of them to remove, 2 up here on the top and 2 down here on the bottom. So after you've done that, you have a plastic cap right here. That's this. It has an O-ring inside of it too. You want to take it out and just set it like right here for now. So after you've done that, you can start by just breaking loose this 12mm bolt. Just break it loose. It has to go down this way, so you want to break it loose and just leave it finger tight. That will be alright. And then come up here and break loose these two. Those are 8mm. Alright, after you've broke loose them, you come up here and to take this carburetor off, you have a 12mm nut. So you want to take each one off on both sides, and after you do that, take your carburetor and just let it hang down out of the road. You could probably tuck it up here. It might sit here alright. Just move it out of the way if you ain't going to be doing anything to it. So after you've done that, to do your timing is the biggest thing. Is you have to turn this clockwise. This is a 17mm bolt, and up here you have a timing mark. It's right there. Then you have this little mark here. These two here gotta be lined up or real close to each other, something like this. This is just due to movement and stuff, but you want them two lined up, and you have a T mark in there and this little mark right there, and both of them gotta be lined up. So after you've done that, you can go ahead and start by breaking loose your cam bolt and this bolt down here. This one here would be the one to do last. What you do is first put your crescent wrench on here. You need a big crescent wrench to slide on here, because this here has flat places on both sides. Then come up here with a 17mm socket with a 1/2-inch breaker bar. I only had a deep well. I know I got a regular one around here somewhere, but deep wells seem to do alright. This is lefty loosey, righty tighty. So you just want to break this loose and just tighten it back finger tight. Then come down here to this, and what you want to do down here is have one person hold a 17mm wrench. I mean, not a wrench, but a crescent wrench on this weird looking collar thing here, and have the other person take the breaker bar with a 17mm socket and break this nut loose. This only has to be finger tight too after you get it loose. And then you can start by breaking all your engine bolt and side cases. If you're going to be doing the timing chain replacement, don't worry about removing this. But you want to break loose all these 8mm bolts all the way around this case if you are. And then you have a little tab right here that you have to remove, and that goes on this one right here, this bolt. And then you can come up here, break loose these two 5mm bolts. You have 3 on this side, and then come up here and break loose all 4 14mm bolts. Then just tighten them back, and then break loose these 4 12mm. What you want to do up here is you have these cables and stuff running through here. You want to take and remove each bracket after you've broke loose and taken this bolt here out. This here is a 14 on this side, and you have a 12mm bolt on the other side. You have to put a wrench over here on this side of it, and then that should be alright. So just take these bolts out, do one bracket at a time, and after you've got your cables and stuff out, just tuck them over out of the way. Now for this side, you have this great big wire connections going through this piece of plastic tubing, and remember this goes on the right side. But like I said, 12mm, these here will turn towards the front, these ones here will turn towards the back. So there's that. Now you can go ahead, and after you've got these brackets removed, you want to lay these brackets out on the way they come out. Just remember the way they look when they go in. I'll give you guys a real good shot of that. And then just put your 12mm bolts back in. These are all 4 the same size up here. And for your bolts up here, you can go ahead and actually break loose these 2 6mm bolts. These here, just tighten them back finger tight. Come down here and break loose this 5mm, and then you can go ahead and pull out all 4 of your top mounting bolts. These 2 on the left side are the longest, and these 2 on this side are the shortest. Both sides will be the same size on the bolts that are on the same side. Like this side, these 2 are the shortest, so they will be the same size as these 2. Then these 2 are the longest. I'll have a video on what these look like, so just stay tuned on that. But remember, the long ones go on the left, and the shorter ones on the right. And then you can go ahead, take this bolt out, and set it up here on top of the engine. Take your spring out, take the 2 8mm bolts out, set them up there, and then go ahead and take out these 2 6mm Allen wrench bolts or screws, and just lay them on top of your air box, and that'll be fine. And then just put them in a container or something so you don't lose them. Then take a rubber mount, smack this head, and just make sure that you do not lose the dowel pins. They'll come out there. I have a video on what they look like. And then you come down here. Well, you have to remove this cam chain before you break this loose. But the cam chain, you want to tie it up onto the frame when you move it out of your head, and that will be pretty easy to do. Now, after you've done that, you can take that rubber mount, like I said, break and smack this loose, and you want to make sure that you do not lose anything else. But I'll have a video on what the dowel pins look like. And come down here to your jug, break this loose, but you want to still have the chain pulled up through. Best off, if you're going to do this, have someone hold it. And the same thing, tap the jug with the rubber mount and get it loose. In step 1, when I told you guys about removing the header, make sure you screw them header mounting bolts back on and just finger tighten them. But if you have any problems of getting anything broken loose, you can let me know. But you only have one mounting bolt down here that holds this jug on. Then you have these two up here, and them are holding everything else down. But this is the only one down here by itself on the jug. But this here should be pretty easy to break loose. Then tightening these back, I only tighten them with a Allen wrench and a hammer. So I'll have a video on how everything looks when it comes apart. But stay tuned, and thanks for watching. And I'll have the timing chain cover down here, the stator clutch cover to remove. But thanks for watching.